Hello. Wow, we're looking a little rough, but that's okay. Welcome back. Should actually, I'm saying that to myself actually, welcome back. Nice of you to make an appearance at myself. Anyway, it's December 10th. Today's my dad's birthday, and it's Raven Simone's birthday, and it's Colleen's son Flynn's birthday. Anyway, okay, yes, but hello and welcome back to Vlogmas. It's my last day of classes, guys. I've got my very last class of the semester in an hour and a half, and starting next week I think we can really, see a bit more here, which is gonna be great. But yeah, let's do a little bit of an update. So today we had like a little showcase for the class that I'm a teacher's assistant for. We did like a virtual choir recording, and then I edited a little video. We showed that. We did a little presentation. It was really cool. And then I have my very last class in an hour and a half, and I'm giving a presentation. We're all giving presentations, but it's like super casual presentations. It's not like anything big. It's just kind of like we each had to pick a topic that we learned about this semester and create just like a 10-minute presentation talking about it. So it's very low-key, very casual. I really like presentations like that where I'm not anxious. It's just fun, it really is just like fun. But yeah, I'm happy about today because of the new Taylor Swift album that was announced this morning and is coming out at midnight tonight, and I'm really, really excited about that. I'm like beyond excited. Who is this? Okay, anyway, sorry about that, guys. I got an email and it was a school email, so I always look at that right away. But yeah, I don't know, I'm working on my final paper. See, tonight's my last night of classes, but I have a final paper, a really big 22-page analysis of a coral brick due on Monday, and so I do still have to work on that. So next week is when we'll really be able to kind of start connecting again. But yeah, so, but I was taking a little bit of a break from that because I'm in a good spot with it. I was at a good like kind of finishing point, and I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit. Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, just like a short timeline of like me and YouTube's relationship. Here we go. So in like 2009-ish was when I really started watching YouTube for like the first time. I didn't have much internet access, and so, but my friends would like show me videos when I'd go over their houses and stuff, especially my friend Kelly. And I was just so fascinated by it. I thought it was so cool. So this was like 2009-ish, so I was 11. And 2009 is like the year that a lot of the YouTubers kind of, that's when like stuff started happening. Like you know what I mean. But there's that. Okay, cool. Then, a couple years later, 8th grade, 2011, I did get a little bit of internet access, a good amount, an okay amount, and I would use the YouTube app on my first generation iPod Touch to watch Taylor Swift interviews and music videos, and I basically just used it for music at the time because you guys, if you remember the YouTube app that came with original iPods, it was so strange, but I got used to it. And then in 2013, around this time, is when I really started watching people. Well, I did start the summer before, but I would watch like nail videos, hair videos, stuff like that. But in terms of actually watching like YouTubers, like vloggers, it was around this time in 2013. And then I also realized shortly after that it just made me feel so good that that's what I want to do. So there's that. That's when I realized that. But I had no means of making videos. I had my little camera. It's actually over there. It's a little waterproof camera. And that's like, I had that, but I didn't have any way to like upload them, didn't have a YouTube account. I was just an observer. And then a year later, so December 30th, 2014, I got a, did I get it? No, I didn't get a laptop. I got a 4th generation iPod Touch. This one right here. I got this in the beginning of 2014, but I was so used to using the other YouTube app that I just kept using it, and I used my other iPod for, you know, the other one for other reasons. That sounded weird, but like I used it for other stuff. And so then December 30th, 2014, you know, a few months later from this, I was at Kelly's house and I made both a Tumblr and my YouTube account. And so as you guys know, the Tumblr randomly generated me the name Superb Flower Chaos, and I made my YouTube account the same day at her house. Sorry, I just spat. Good thing that I did not spray all of you. Gross. But anyway, so I made the YouTube account, but that was for the brief, tiny amount of time that you had to create Google Plus to get YouTube account. And so I had created a YouTube account, but I didn't activate the YouTube channel feature, you know? And so then, you know, I went on, la 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 la. Then we have the summer of 2015, where I was planning on starting my channel in the summer of 2016, but I decided to start it early, and so I started my channel on August 11th, 2015. Okay, there's my YouTube timeline. So, basically, I mark 2013 as the year that I really genuinely got into YouTube, even though I sometimes was able to watch it in 2009 and 2011. 2013 was the big year. And so, you know, it's just weird for me to think that it's been 7 years since I found out that YouTube is the thing for me, and yet I feel like I haven't gotten very far. And that's kind of just weird. And it's been 5 years that I've had my channel, and it's just so weird because back then, in like 2013, 2014, I thought I wanted to be like one of the makeup people, but not like the beauty gurus that we have now. Back when people like Ingrid and Bethany, like those were what the beauty YouTubers were. It wasn't like makeup artists, it was just people who are into that stuff sharing what they like and stuff, you know, just like as a hobby. And that's the kind of stuff I liked, and I wanted to do like DIYs and stuff. And I just feel like if I had been able to start during that time, I would be farther now, because I'm not necessarily as into making those videos as I used to be. I still watch them from time to time. Like, I'll rewatch Bethany and Meredith and Ingrid like all day long, but I feel like it's more for the nostalgia now because it makes me feel so good. But that's not really what I enjoy doing anymore. And so it's two things. Sometimes I do feel like I want to do a video like that, but I feel like I don't know how, because I really love the style of those videos that there used to be. Like, hold on guys, I'll be right back. And so like, the thing is I'm not necessarily into making those kinds of videos anymore. Plus, I understand that like the 2013, 2014 like style of those like beauty and DIY videos isn't really relevant anymore, which is depressing for me. But yeah, and so the thing is, like, I could, you know, tell myself, oh, you should have started sooner, you should have started in 2013 as soon as you got the urge to. But then I'm like, I don't want to put that kind of regret or blame on myself, because I know that I wanted to start a channel, but I literally had no way. I didn't have the internet to use. I didn't have a device that I could upload on. I didn't have something, well, I had something to record with, I guess, but like, I just had no way at the time. So I can't allow myself to feel regret and feel guilt for something that was out of my control. You guys have seen my YouTube notebook. You guys know that I planned forever. I still have showed you guys some of my older videos from before I was able to upload to YouTube, back from like 2013 and stuff. But it's just like, I just think about how amazing those videos would have been, because I had such a passion for that type of video, and I really loved the room that I was in, and I just felt like those videos could have been so good. But I'm trying to allow myself to understand that if I was meant to have started it back then, it would have happened. Something that was out of my control can't possibly be the reason that I won't achieve what I want to achieve. And I'm just trying to tell myself that, like, it happened for a reason, and it's going to be so clear one day why. And, you know, sure, maybe it could have been cool, but that doesn't mean that it would have been better for things to have happened that way. And so I'm just trying to not allow myself to think that I missed a chance because of something that was out of my control. And so, yeah. But now we're kind of at this point where it's like, okay, well, the YouTube that I originally wanted to be a part of doesn't exist anymore. And I still want to be a part of that YouTube, though. Like, I think you all know this by now, but I'm still mentally in 2013 through 2015. Yeah, my soul left on January 1st, 2016. Like, things just changed, man. Oh my gosh. But 2013, 2014, and 2015 are really where it was at, you know? Like, and I know that that's a part of growing up and being in that age. You know, I became an adult, and you like different things. You don't really like the things that younger people, younger, like meaning younger, like younger than me. I know I'm still young, but like, I actually liked a few aspects of pop culture back then, and now, like, you know, I don't relate to the new generation. I relate to the older one, you know? Like, some people transitioned really easily into like the like TikTok, e-girl, visco girl era of life, and I did not at all. Nothing, again, it's not against the people, like, don't for a second think that I like have something against these people. I'm just saying, like, I was not ready to leave 2015. And like, that's not me saying there's anything wrong with pop culture these days. Please know that. That's just me saying that it's not my thing, and I feel like I have no relatability to younger folks now. And so that's kind of where I am, because like, it's at the point where I'm gonna be 23 in less than a year, and I just feel like something's gotta happen soon. But that's kind of the other thing that I wanted to talk about, is now that my era of YouTube has passed, but I'm still stuck here, as always. Now, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? How can I love YouTube so much and want to do YouTube so much and want to become a YouTuber, but when I think about what content I imagine myself creating, I draw a complete blank. I have no idea what kinds of videos I want to make. I enjoy making lip balm videos for you guys sometimes, but I am not a lip balm YouTuber. Like, I'm just not. And I don't know, it's really weird, because I when I was younger, I didn't, you know, I grew up on like that first generation of YouTubers, and so we'd never had like a culture shift on YouTube before. And so me being 15 when I first really started watching it, I didn't really think it was gonna happen. It just didn't cross my mind that there would someday be a culture shift and the YouTubers may become fading into relevancy or decide to move on to other things. It just didn't cross my mind because we'd never gone there before, you know? Like, it was new at the time. And so the thing is like, oh, I just lost my train of thought. Just chewed right away. Alright, anyway. So, continuing on. I'd never thought of it that way, so I thought that when it came time for me to finally make YouTube videos, that I'd be making them alongside the people I grew up with. But, yeah, clearly that's not really how it's going, but I just don't see myself being a part of the new YouTube. But YouTube is still the thing I want to do. So how can I still be part of that? Like, back when Bethany Moto was making like her 2013, 2014 videos, that's what I saw myself doing. I saw myself doing stuff like that. And I saw myself doing stuff with music too, since I am a music major and all. And I saw myself doing advice videos because of my experiences with bullying and anxiety and stuff like that. I saw myself doing DIY videos because I do art. And you could say, well, of course you can still do those things. And it's like, yes, you're right, I can. And again, like the beauty videos, sometimes they're still fun to do occasionally, but it's not as much my thing as it was 7 years ago when I was 15. And so, as much as I love looking at like Bethany's 2013 video slot, I wouldn't necessarily want my channel to become like that because I don't think it's fully representative of myself right now. And I want to do more than just that, but I also feel like I'm just not interesting enough. But okay, so I know that I am. Okay, so here's another layer. In my head, I have like this swirling, like my own little universe, my own little like aesthetic and like world, my own essence, as I like to call it. It's my essence. But how the heck do I like show you guys the inside of my mind? How do I do that? How do I know what it is I should be making that I feel like I'm really showing you something of me? And when I talk to the camera, oh, sorry. Okay. When I talk to the camera, it makes me realize how little I speak out loud, because as y'all know, like, I'm an only child. I'm basically just alone most of my time, and so I have a lot of thoughts. Like, I'm constantly, my head, I cannot turn off the voice inside my head for 1 second. But I barely like speak out loud, so I feel like I'm like not that good at like communicating sometimes. Like, I don't mean that like I'm a good communicator. I'm good at telling people like what I need, I'm good at having like the hard conversations and stuff like that. That's a strength of mine. But like, I don't know. You guys know in my YouTube videos, I'm really awkward. And so I'll have like this great idea, and then it just, oh my god. I'll do it and I'll be like, this is awesome, I'm picturing so many great things, and then it falls so low beyond my expectations, so far below. Like, then I'm like, wow, like, am I just incapable of doing things that I want to do? How do I get past this? Like, what can I do to reach that next level for myself? Because, you know, I gotta do something. And so I'm just trying to think about, what do I see myself doing on here? Oh my god. Ah. Like, I always kind of saw myself becoming friends with all those YouTubers who I grew up with and grew up alongside. And, you know, there are a few new creators who I just absolutely love, and I would love to have some sort of YouTube relationship, you know, co-workers together, but, and, you know, love them. But, well, they're relevant now, but they didn't start anytime soon. These are people who started 2015 or earlier, like myself. And so in a way you could argue they're still part of the old YouTube, because yeah, sure, they're still relevant now, but they were part of the old YouTube. So, you know, there's that. Okay, so I guess that argument falls short. But what I'm trying to say is I still fully believe that I'm meant to do this, but it is now harder to see how the heck it's gonna work out than it's ever been. Because back then I had this whole plan and it was very clear, but you know, things change, and that's just how life goes. Like, I understand this is part of the story and everybody has that, oh, I, you know, found my passion, I made a plan, and then something happened and I thought it was never gonna happen. Okay, and then things buffed out. Like, I know that that's how things work, but I didn't mean to literally sound like a goose when I said that, sorry. But like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird thing, because I find myself not posting because I don't know what to post, because I'm trying to think, like, what's my place here? What is it? And part of me is like, well, I'll just do YouTube videos like the ones that we used to watch back in 2009 through 2015. And earlier, but like, you know, I'm talking about the prime of YouTube. I'll just make videos like that, and people who are also nostalgic about it can come watch and we'll be there together. And you know, I fully see myself doing that as well, but I also want to feel like I have something of my own, some special type of video that I create that makes me different and that people come to me for, which in a way that could be that thing that I am back to the first gen of YouTube. But then, I don't know, I want to make sure that it's meaningful and that it feels like me. So I'm trying to think, what is it I can do? And then I'll get an idea where I'm like, oh, this type of video. And then I'm like, there's still something missing there. I just want it to feel like it did back in 2014. Where we were all doing it for fun and people were only just starting to get paid. And it was all just for fun. and I don't know, it just feels so different because it feels like the thing that I was supposed to be a part of no longer exists. Like, imagine that you know you're meant to do something. Like, let's create a hypothetical website, like, I don't know, freaking Goldfish Town or something. Goldfish Town. The website Goldfish Town. Imagine you have a passion for working for Goldfish Town, and you know that that is what you are meant to do. But then imagine, oh no, Goldfish Town, it burns down. It's deleted. It's completely gone. Heck you, I guess. Like, what do you do now? So, that's where I am. Very stuck, but keep going, right? Right. Alright. Love you. I'm gonna go practice for my presentation, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.